Susurangi, Jike, Yabuchirin Chusum Lam, Dike, Yamle Yabuchi, Tuba Nani, Rani Yamlen Chene, Shen, Simjan Tamchilan, Jamata Zevi, Dungada Jana, Simpi, Ninjeta, Simja Dewa de Dena, Simpi, Jamzi, Wangi, the Niki Jamzi Wanganer, Shen Simjan Churmiana, Soyalia, and the Jike. Roche Turmiana was on Tuyata, and then Jigga Yanda Lam, Givo Chirin Lamlia, Yamlen Jeju, Jedelia, and Pembaji Yamlen Jia, Yamlen Jejuyata, and Denigi, your show, Simolam Japche, and Digor Mashu, Chansa.
Good afternoon. So this morning we spoke about how under a motivation cultivated through recognizing that how self and others are similar in the wish to be freed of, wanting to be freed of suffering and experience only happiness. We should take this understanding and develop it into the minds of love and compassion, and ever further until we give rise to the actual mind of bodhicitta. And this mind is generated through practicing well the trainings that are common to the beings of small and intermediate capacity, as well as the trainings that are unique to the path of the being of greatest capacity. And with this motivation having been generated, we express aspiration to practice ethical conduct, the mind of restraint, the mind that commits not to bringing harm to any beings, to the beings that one now so cherishes. And moreover, that we practice generosity, the practice that which is wanting to benefit the beings that we have at the forefront of our motivation. And in this way, with this motivation of bodhicitta, we engage in the full array of practices or the paths of the Mahayana. So that's what we looked at this morning.
Jeva Masi and Shen Simjatamje, Lia Jambata Zi Wangi, Shen Simjatamjela, Jiki, Dinusum Yamlin Jeju, and the Sanjiku Toba Show Saji, and the Niki Molam Yala, the Nego Shuelisha.
Dinusum, some people. Dinusum.
Dinusum Yamlin Chase, Dinusum.
Dinusum,
one bit in a duet in a Sajorva Dinusum Sajanda, Sanji Sumla.
Det är som egentligen tematik som det.
On bit in a duet in a and do it in a Dinusum.
So in our training, we need to engage in the three activities of studying, reflecting, and meditating well, doing so on the entire expanse of the Buddha Dharma. And we do so through training in the three pitakas, in the three baskets of the Buddha's teachings, those of the Abhidhamma, of the Vinaya, and of the sutras. And we do sutras. Anyway, we do those three for the benefit of all sentient beings. So with a motivation primarily focused on others, we will also achieve our own benefits. So here the aspiration is to engage in these activities of studying, reflecting, and meditating on the entire expanse of the Buddha Dharma.
Dagi cheju zomba sengi che rome waso boba choje dagi duwe tabi che sonde minuk tembe ke zimbar shose.
And now we come to the 25th verse. It's a different translation, but a translation of all these verses Jampa has. So if you don't get what I read out, then he has them. I pray that my lion-like roar of teaching, arguments, and composition flattens the pride of hosts of fox-like false orators, and through skill subdue the minds of those I have taken under my care, ensuring that the banner of the teachings is never lowered. So I'll read it again. I pray that my lion-like roar of teaching, arguments, and composition flattens the pride of hosts of fox-like false orators, and through skill subdue the minds of those I have taken under my care, ensuring that the banner of the teachings is never lowered.
Nandala, Karasumurasan, Dagi, Cheju, Zumbi, Senge, J, Sedu, Sosarangi, Sangi Jumnendi, Son Shepi, Son Rap, Na, Sonra Dini Sum Senarata, and the Son Raplana, Sangi Sunya, and then Tebache, Tebache, Sambache, and the Com, Yamneche, Tesam Comsumje, Dinegi, Sosarangi, Tesam Comsum Jene, and Jalia, and then Jambada Zi Wangi, Shen, Yamna Jalia, Pashanle, Chebas, Chebadam. Dene Jeba Ladu, Nashi Saji, Sunraki, Julia, and the Kashiki, Hamovatang, Dobasavatang, Deniki, and Dikanese, Kanese, Diremenduasibi, and Dini Hamowa, Juwaina, Delia, and the Jumze, Yandava, Jin Mano, Machuaja, but Tishi Jap, Jen Pando Juya. And Rangi and the Jing Rangi Tursum comes to Yamna Jisha Vadipa, Debnalaba, Zong Jije, and Deb Suche, Delia, and Magic Misha like Roche, Mikoniajica, Nisu Chukin is a Hawaii and Yamna Jialia, go up Delia, and that just Dagi, Cheba, Dar Susarangi, Sanji Sung, Denisumaya, Turbaje, Sambaje, combats Tursum comes from Yamna Woche, then Rangi Yamna Shimba di Ma Shalia, Loptriche, Ma Che Pando, Shana Pando Tubia, and then she mashing by the Deniki, Dajik, and Yazubaroshi, Denicadres and Juvaina, and Delia, and do Suri, Denicadres, Mano, Martuaje, Tapsia Woods and Jessia would Yap Tuyada. And then Dene also Surangi Debnanba, Zomje, and Deniki, Shania, Pempik, Juya, Dala, on Ducene, and Yamli Nango, Resachi Sungure.
The first line, I pray that my line-like roar of teaching, argument, and composition. So what Rinpoche is expressing here, that oneself needs to engage in, as we've been hearing previously, in extensive hearing of teachings, reflection on the meaning of those teachings, coming to meditate on the meaning of those teachings. And the teachings need to encompass the entire expanse of the Buddha Dharma, which is divided into the three baskets of Vinaya, of concentration, and of Abhidharma. So these in three baskets, the entire expanse of the Buddha Dharma needs to be one needs to receive teachings on, reflect on the meaning, coming to meditate on these. Then, having done so well oneself, then and having cultivated these minds of the Buddha Dharma, in particular in this context, minds of love and compassion. Then, with such a motivation to share one's knowledge with others, share one's understanding with others, and do so with the altruistic motivation. And the sharing of the Buddha Dharma is expressed in the term here of teaching, so to teach to others. And moreover, we need to engage in a discussion or in argument with others so as to dispel their doubts. So where others have misunderstandings or with regard to the meaning, then one needs to engage in discussion so as to dispel those misunderstandings of others. And to further be of benefit to others, one should engage in the composition of texts.
Been Sonra that the new Sumbipa, Sosoraki, Geshe Thubten Rabten Wache, Geshe Lopaja, no name. Captivaina, the nigger machine by Yuvana, the nigger machine begin Yidang to get Cheba, Zeba, the nigger Sanji, Tempalia, and 10 minutes at the Zeba, the Yunguro, Yonsigua, the Ninza, the nigger Yuvana, the she nearly Zeba said cigarette, the nigger, and Desolia. Geshe Yago, Manoa, Martuba, Yumte Yada between Geshe Yago, and Boba City, that did Boba de Naya said, Google Naya. She's a cashier, Saji, Sonda, the Bendigo, Nesu Machine, Chicoro, Lopara, Nesu Machine, and so I should wishing you some such Maya is a Boba Yorwada, the naked Bobas and Naya, King Rock. And the Niki and I think Gandhi said, Zeba Kavamina, Delia, Jambatan, Wangi, and Delia, but 마투바 마노와 지네 김자 야다고는 제시 잡여도 안 그 나게데 마 자루 그래서 제가 되는 법을 초세도 나야 마 잡아 되는게 나야 자여도 안 되네야 안직 다 아니 수 다 그런 게 제시 야고 저기도 다 야고 신사선 비수 대화기용으로 되는 게 되는 마취 시제 콜레 냠네 나는 되는스미 람 된다게 마노 마투바제 아니 하고야야 신야야 판도제 제투바 쇼사 지우래
I'll read the first two lines. I pray that my line-like roar of teaching, argument, and composition flattens the pride of hosts of fox-like false orators. So here in the second line, Geshe Rinpoche is turning his attention to those who those who do not understand the Buddha Dharma, who do not understand the Buddha Dharma well as those who have a contrary understanding of have contrary views, or views to the contrary of the Buddha Dharma. So these two groups of people, those who have who hold views which are contrary to the Buddha Dharma, and those who think that they actually know the Buddha Dharma, but they are somewhat overconfident in their own knowledge. And so these are the hosts of fox-like false orators, and the pride that they hold. This would be both pride as we would generally understand it, and also the overconfidence of thinking that one knows something well, but actually does not. So here, Geshe Rinpoche is expressing the aspiration, the aspirational prayer, that he may flatten the pride of these hosts of fox-like false orators, so that he through the arguments we see in the first line, or a synonym would be debate, or discussion, that through such a process he is able to present to them the correct understanding as well as, or a complete understanding, and thereby they turn away from their misunderstandings or their wrong understandings. So this is the aspiration he's expressing, and he's expressing this so that he can both turn them away from their misunderstandings or their wrong understandings, and then they generate faith in him. And on the basis that the faith that they have in him, he can continue to then teach the Buddha Dharma to them, again as expressed in the first line, teaching, argument, and composition. So he can teach them the Buddha Dharma and guide them through the development of the correct views of the Buddha Dharma.
남성고 뽑아도 맞아지 kumru고래서로와 제가 배디나신 소속이 되네스나 퇴섬 곰숨 제제 냠내 약고제 소속이 지금 냠는 지는 소속이 신바인자 아니 샹다마 신바 주기 아니 제발 잡이네 소속이 제시라 잡 안디 제시 양다고 토네 제시 김생이 토네 제시 잡도스는 세시 제용도 되는 건족이 오그라신기 대시 호랑서 나야세디 신구였으면 나야 자 어떤 가랑게 디디 약고 신문다 호랑을 신기데 약고 신이야 선배 남성 호랑서 나게디 맞아 두레스 거다 뼈로지 디소치기도 생게잖아 완일을 샤제.
If we imagine I can't remember the collective noun for foxes. Anyway, a group of foxes. If you imagine a group of foxes, I also don't know what the sound they make, whatever the sound is that foxes make, and they maybe they bark, so they howl. So they're making their howls, which I'd imagine is a little bit high-pitched and not overly threatening, even if there were quite a group of them. If a lion were to approach and roar, this would certainly serve to subdue them. They would know who is that someone with authority, with power, has approached. So in the same way, through the wisdom of having come to realize the Buddha Dharma, Geshe Rinpoche is expressing the aspiration here May he overcome the overconfidence of those who think that their views are more developed or closer to reality than they actually are. And may he overcome these wrong views of theirs so as to lead them to the authentic Buddha Dharma, to create the connection with them so that they become receptive to him imparting the authentic Buddha Dharma to them, and in this way lead them to the goals of liberation and enlightenment.
Ben Chicoto Shing Mindo Sembege, Dele, Machine no Chagro, Dineza, Delia Jambada Zewa. Dinigi Hachi, Che, Sanyi, Sunrablia, Dinusumia, Nyamlen, Majuba in the Suyada, Jambada Zewa, Niji Yeje, Be Tapshe Ganeshodo, Tapke Tuji Tone, and Tapkebi Tone Condolia, Che, and the Garso Condolia, Dinusumia, Lobjon Chiada, and Tuba Chia, didn't to be done the Samia. Dino Gomja, Yadu Chen, Ma, Consul, Lobdenji, Consul, Tesum Gomsum, Yamlan Jeju, his or Gang do it, Jason, yes.
And then our third line, and through skill, subdue the minds of those I've taken under my care. I'll read it again. And through skill, subdue the minds of those I've taken under my care. So in this line, Rinpoche is expressing the aspiration that may he, having generated the minds of love and compassion, enthuse these with wisdom and thereby skillfully guide those who have wrong understandings or mistaken understandings. May he guide them away from these wrong views, so as to prevent them from accumulating negative karma, further causes for ongoing suffering. And then through this motivation of love and compassion, combined with wisdom, may he guide them with skill, and guiding them with skill through, and firstly, overcoming, turning them away from their misunderstandings, and then teaching them the authentic Dharma as contained in the three baskets, and then guiding them in their spiritual development through the process of enabling them to receive many teachings, so the hearing aspect, training them in how to reflect on those teachings, and then when they are ready, to engage in actual meditation on the topics that he's been teaching from the three baskets. And this is what J. Rinpoche is expressing in the third line. And through skill, subdue the minds of those I've taken under my care.
Devi Gudan Denchi or Devi Gudicala, Diconzole Demba, Devi Gudi Dena, then Deva de Yoya Imbalua. Tezanda, Dunga, Jago, Simja Dunga, Java Jabala, Simjing Dunga also Gudi Meva Sugura. Chizan Gudi Meva Suna on Dunga Jadure. Gudi Meva Mazana, Nega, and Chige, Devados live in Lamsaya, Guyo by the Dunga de Kimbashi Yoradua. Chizadineza, Simja Tamchi Dunga. Devi Devi Gudan Dember Chebala, and then Simjan Gracia Wars and Simjan Jella, Chinso Passion to get Yamlin Jeju, the Yamlin Jeju, Chesa Yamlin Jebana, Jimbe Yamlin, Tujin Yamlin Jebana, Yamlin Dijabalet in the Jebudi, and Deva the Lit Water. Dinaji Duma say, Sewala Dumoyu, Yomobal Mebas water. Dear Yomob Mebas or other dear Yomobu, Savi, does a Maribad Mebas water. Di Mebas Consolia, Che. Digi Tue, the Mombo Tue, Dini Donda Diga Samata, Dini Samtane, Tombani, you Tombani Tordu, Tombani to Lodi Gomje, and a Gomjabje, Dini, Shine, Yomoba, you doesn't Savan Jebal Meva Sogura, Dini Sovena, you don't have a Meva Sutu, Dini is a Simjala, Digi, they were to Gore, Duma say to Gorba. Dini is a Dire, that is 소소랑랑기 젠리아 되니기 냠는 제주야기 셰발라 소소랑 신고고로 와다 소소신 소소 냠는 제 소소기 내 냠용 토한테 콘솔 롭트 지고고래 되니 인자 아니 롭트 제네 되니기 셰제 콘솔에 취시 냠는 제주도 내 가요라 이거 오늘 판도를 최고로 동화 세고를 되게 두고를 다 콘솔 되니 인자 디세월 지바디 제상 강규 뒤에 탑기 지송대에서 소소게 냠는 제제 한 콘솔이야 간데 시오도 취시 당보시 시온 년주 아니 되니게 도다 3주 되는 검주제 되니야 진도체 는 콘도 동화를 세기 디기 주야다 동화 세계에 판도 주고 그래야지 디싱으로 이제 탑지야 가상 시바나진 당보 니상진게다 탑 탑기 투지 먹고라 당보는 최신의 디규나 고 당보는 마 최신이야 아직 당보는 최신이야 디규메만 아직 두 년라면 야고라지 소수게 지게 소소다 대화 침보시라면은 니래야 안 상승의 집한테 다들 거 지거보라 대화야 보세요 되네한 최신제도 시하고 취기지만 당고래서 뭐 가상을 시에다 디나디 시에도 단다 집어로 책으로 봐
Again, continuing to look at this third line, and through skill subdue the minds of those I've taken under my care. So what Rinpoche is expressing here is that through training, he has given a rise to the minds of love and compassion. These minds which are the wish for all sentient beings to be freed of suffering and moreover, to experience lasting, stable happiness. And beyond that, he's taken this on as his responsibility to do so. So having taken this responsibility, how best to help others? To be able to fulfill the temporary needs of sentient beings and thereby provide a happiness that will only last for some moments or some hours, or even for some years. This is not really what sentient beings need, nor is the alleviation of temporary forms of suffering. And whilst these are beneficial and good to do, what is really required is for sentient beings to achieve lasting, stable happiness. And the only way beings can achieve this is through they themselves accumulating the causes for happiness and they themselves eliminating the causes for suffering. And the only way sentient beings can do this is in exactly the same method as we ourselves need to train in, and that is cultivating the minds of the Buddha Dharma. And in particular, amongst the various practices within the Buddha Dharma that need to be cultivated in particular is the elimination of the root cause of all suffering, this ignorance of self-grasping. This is what needs to be eliminated by all beings in order to bring an end to suffering and finally attain lasting, stable happiness. And the only way any being can achieve this is through receiving many teachings, reflecting on those teachings, and then coming to meditate on these teachings. And in particular, to train and develop in the wisdom realizing emptiness. It's only through cultivating this wisdom realizing emptiness that beings can achieve liberation from suffering and lasting happiness. It's only through this technique that the desired goal of lasting happiness can be achieved. And this can only be done through hearing, reflecting, and meditating. And in order for Rinpoche to fulfill the heartfelt wish of his, he himself needs to engage in receiving many teachings, reflecting on them, and meditating on them. And then having done so, then based on his experience and knowledge, he is able to guide beings in this same way, in teaching them the Dharma, in helping them train through reflection on the various stages of the path, and do so in the correct sequence and in a complete manner, and then eventually, when they're ready, guide them in how to meditate with the unions of calm abiding and special insight on what they've been reflecting and studying. And how to do so skillfully? Well, the very best method, the direct method, is to teach the Buddha Dharma. And for those who are not ready yet to receive teachings on the Buddha Dharma, or with whom one has not yet developed sufficient connection, then, as we saw in the preceding verse, in a previous verse yesterday, then Jay Rinpoche is expressing the aspiration to act skillfully and to perhaps create connection with them through perhaps practicing material generosity. Through that connection and through the dedication of that virtue, come to teach them the Buddha Dharma, teach them how to cultivate the true paths to happiness.
Minup tembi ke zimbar sho asidu da sanyi temba di minuba ane ya an sanyi temba di zintu par sho asiura da minuba se na sanyi temba nyam ro ro nuba se na nyam ro was ji san sanyi temba de nyam ma ju ba je ane sanyi tembi nyam len di so su ge nyam ne che ba na nyam ne zimbar wa sanyi temba ji san sanyi temba de zintu par sho se ma nam ja go re je.
And the verse concludes with the prayer ensuring that the banner of the teachings is never lowered. And the meaning then of the banner of the teachings never being lowered, may the precious Buddha Dharma, may it never degenerate.
제주바이나 안 하모가 직디 로마 신바다 로마 신바 되는 제주바이나 안 된다 하고 돼요 말와 지상 되는 자 상이 송럽디 안这个落了话心안 제마 주바제 딱 보자고 그러지래 제마 주바 송을 배치디게落了话心자살에 배치지 먹고 겨울하고 다다 어디나지 배치기落了心제 상이 송럽되기 바 롤신 제마주바제 소수기 제마주바제는 바신
로장성
제마주바는 녀를 진진데 하모는 제마 이제 제마주바서 제상 제마주베 상이 송럽되기 바 롤신 제 신제 로야고 신야다 야고 로신야다 아니 제는 바지 제마주바지 진고레스 아니 디나 상이 때마 진고레 제상 상이게 직디게 로마신 되는 직디게 donla 교회면나 대배지면나 대비면나 교 칸마 교로와다 교는 랍제고로와 진짜 짐바 소소로지면나 라야요 말에 진짜 로마신 바이나 아니 라야요 말에 진짜 상이 손르기 직디게 로로로지 되는 제바 있나 아니 디 균육을 하기로와다 균육을 하기로와 진짜 대바 상이 lungu 대바 네고라시래 다 되니게 디samge는 마세바제 다 상이가 송기 된다 가래선 라바스미 냠네 지야디 나도 지기 돼 라바스미 냠네 출린이 라바데 딩이진 라바 셰라기 라바 어네 대소하는 지 80주기 냠네 제 어된다 디래 다 같이 80주기 냠네 차상 라바스미 냠네 나라서 뒤르고래 뒤베인자 제상 라바스미 냠네도 소소기 냠네 야고 제 출린이 라바 냠네 제 되네 딩이진 신내요 공부하다 다음에 봐 또 비실라 손데 동요 또 비셔랍디 냠는 제바이나 다 상이 때문에 진거래 소수기 냠는 여바자 진짜 되네기 매바이나 아직 직디로를 줘야 로야 로신비는 단다다 하모고 차선에 안 제리아 단다 제시게 셔요 말다 진짜 되네자 단다 제시게 셔야면은 냠는 제라기 말해 되네자 소수기 냠는 제 야고 냠는 제바이나 되네 상이 때문에 진바인지 진짜 되네기 냠는 제제 두 야리아 체제 소소라나 탈바당 탈배 고방 토바당 아니 상이 고방 토바 있는 대비 개선 다만 개선 마서나 다做多的 特别做 톱사를 가지고 개선 진바하세 되는 진 토바 쇼세는 뭐는 자야들이 해지래
되네디 참아가서 되네디 롱당 토파기 송전이여래 되네 캐는디 롱대기 콜라 송송 캐는디 토파기 콜라 양 숭핀페
토바고 시서 람라버스미 냠는데 또베
되네
냠는 나라야 80주기 냠는 차상요래 시선 또베 냠는 세 라버스미 냠는 80주기 냠는 되게 한 다음에 받아 딩에진 또베 딩에진다 다음에 또베 셰랍다 차상요로 디 냠는 시고래 디 냠는 제네 수수 냠는 제바나다 디 마제바제 니고로와 디 냠는데 하모가 차서는 냠 때문에 누주고로. 그래서 니 냠는데 야고 소소히 냠는지. 디 냠는 제발에 때네 tarbiyo go toba sanyo go tosuna tebe gesen ziba gesen sendanga dugi topje zo de topsala gesen ziba sho denige ka dondala 디뉴스미 냠는 제제 무도게 냠는 차상 타진 산제고 봐 토벌쇼 선만은 자고 그래서 그렇다.
Still looking at the fourth line, ensuring that the banner of the teachings is never lowered. The banner of the teachings then, so this refers to the Buddha Dharma. And the Buddha Dharma can be divided into two. There are those of the scriptural teachings and realizational teachings. Other than these two, there are no teachings amongst the Buddha Dharma. There are those which are the scriptural teachings and the realizational teachings. So the scriptural teachings are the teachings from the Buddha himself. And these then need to be, it's through the scriptural teachings that one gains knowledge. And so therefore these texts need to be studied and memorized and come to be known thoroughly. And in addition to studying them, they need to be put in memory, and once memorized, they need to be maintained in one's memory. And there are many reasons for doing so. And one of them is that the correct and unmistaken knowledge of the Buddha Dharma is something that one is no longer be separated from, merely because of the absence of a particular text or a detailed presentation of a particular topic. Having memorized this, wherever one goes, one has the basis for reflection. So therefore, this is one amongst many reasons that the scriptural teachings need to be put in need to be memorized and maintained in one's memory. The second division of teachings is that of the realizational teachings. Here, on the basis of what one has come to know and understand thoroughly, the hearing aspect, then one needs to engage in the cultivation of the three higher trainings with regard to this. The three high trainings are those of ethics, concentration, and wisdom. And these three high trainings include all six perfections. So through the realizational teachings then are accomplished or attained when one practices the three higher trainings, which include the six perfections, and they would include the minds of the union of calm abiding and meditative insight. So in this way, one comes to gain realization of the teachings. Hence, we have the division of the realizational teachings, the scriptural teachings and the realizational teachings. Then these two are required. Without the first, there's no basis to gain realization. One has to have knowledge. And if one, on the other hand, if one gains knowledge but doesn't gain realization, then the true intent of the Buddha Dharma cannot be achieved. And the true intent is the attainment of liberation and enlightenment. And this is what is represented by the banner, or its full name, the victory banner. The victory banner symbolizes victory against the afflictions, the attainment of liberation or enlightenment. And this is what is never to be lowered, and the technique for not lowering it is through training in the Buddha Dharma oneself.
냠내 야고체 안에 퇴섬고서 냠내디게 야고용 야고체 안에 되네 야고용하다 소수의 퇴섬고서 냠는 제발 되네 셴리야 잠바다 지유고네 안 셴리야 안에 퇴섬고서 랍제 판도주야 안에 되네게 안에 판도주야체 안 되네게 판도주와자 랑당 셴니가기 안에 상기유 손랍 되게 안에 퇴섬고서 냠는 제 안에 야 탈바 탐지기 벽고 토벌쇼 선 몰람 자고 레제를 떠나 디리 떠나라.
So just to correct what I just said there in the last sentence, so the way that the banner of the teachings is never lowered is through gaining the scriptural and realizational teachings within oneself and imparting this to others, sharing this with others. So the summary in brief of this verse then is that oneself needs to engage in extensive hearing, and whilst doing so, reflect on the meaning that one is hearing, and then later, when one is ready, come to meditate with the union of calm abiding and special insight on what one has reflected on. And then, motivated by love and compassion, teach this to others, and not just impart the knowledge, but guide them in the cultivation of the knowledge within themselves, guide them through this process of study, reflection, and meditating. And whilst one is guiding others in the process of study, reflection, and meditation, oneself needs to continue this, continue oneself hearing teachings, reflecting on those teachings, meditating on these teachings, until oneself and all beings have attained the exalted state of enlightenment.
아니 샬랴 아니 지금 랑게 싱베 냠명 토네 샬랴 아니 지금 로마절에 최시 판도 뭐 주바인스 아니 아직 제 마싱바다 되니기 지금 저기 태좀 유캔솔이야 아니 마싱바다 태좀다 되니기 아니 간에서 쩌바용 와는 저설이야 탑크게 두제 잠바다 제위 토네 근데 제시 되게 아니 마노 마추바지 리바 야다요 토네 제시 잡제 콘솔에 판도 주바인스 아니 지금 아주 상기 제름죠 그런기 냠뇨 토네 치수 좀도 냠뇨 토네 아니 냠뇨 산 하고 어디마 뎁 좀제 아니 반도 주고 인식을 따지상 상기 제름 책이 되니기 손으로 버디 좁게 손으로다 버디 좁게 뎁르마 뎁 손으로 치수 좀봐 되니 좀제 다디베지디게 제름죠 그런 좀 남겨와 되니 이제 되니게 판도 주바인 제상 알아이네 냠는 두스제네 상이 템바 민누비 게세 팀바인스 제상 샬레네 되니 판도 먹고 주바인스 제상 다 경로도 인디네 다 경로도 저다 나도 랍지게 거래 네 되니 제바인스 냐마 상이 줍는 되게 되니 제바다 되니야 장주선바 상이 경로도 디 제바 네 되니 제바인스 제상 경로도 인디네 다 나도 대화 되어봐도 뒤몸에도 바로 경험을 대화 되고 그래 동화를 타고 그래 되네 인자 경험을 대화 되지 대화 띵이 주 대화도 용야당 동화 찾아 타에 동화를 타봐 있나 타야게 돈달라 가르쳐 오르라나 당보 아니 상이유 손을 퇴바지 퇴바야 오 퇴바냐면지 되네 돈다들 야네 야도 삼다 곰 된 돈다리 야고디 이마 하고 용도 아니 될이야 곰 잡지는 곰 제자네 두지 오래스 아니 소식이 냠는 데네 제네 아니 소소라게 람지 또고 줄래제네 안 탈비고 봐 탈바다 탐지기고 토불에 디토바이나 대비께서 진발해서 동화 탐지를 세고를 디기 두고래서 다 소소 지부자 마인바 아니 셴리네 잠바단 제와 당도跳바지미 쉬지기 요반자 셴심자 다 문제라 아니 잠바 동화다 자나 선배기 제와 대화다 대나 선배 잠바기 잠니지 토네 셴리야 아니 최 라비아당 바지 퇴바 제주 혼을 바라 아니 안지양 코도 마신 바다 되네 저 바다 되네 델이야 코로마나와지 잠바 지위 토네 아니 메고 야 제시디게 마노와 마주바 아니 리바 양다게 토네 제시 잡 혼을 하고 바지 아니 하고 바지 되네 양 혼을이야 곰주 냠내제 되네 두스네 아니 혼을 냠내 제주반 혼을 디기 줍투고 누가 세투고 지서 혼을 템비 때 탈바 탐지기고 토투그레스 지서 두스네 판도 주고레스 경화도에 냠내 되네 세우고레스 이제 어제름지게 당도 랍잘 마사나 디난고 당도.
The advice that Rinpoche is giving to us in this verse then is that this is how he himself trained, and we as students of Rinpoche, we should look to his example and emulate this. Because we know from his biography that he spent years engaged in intensive studies, seeking out teachings, and all the while reflecting repeatedly on these teachings to a profound level, so as to come to an unmistaken understanding. And when you're struggling to come to an unmistaken understanding, he engaged in accumulation of virtue, the purification of negativities, sought out further explanations, and continued to explore the depths of the Buddha Dharma. And then, when he was gained sufficient quality of realization, he then entered into meditation onto the meaning of the Buddha Dharma. And through this, he achieved incomparable results and has brought benefit to immeasurable beings over the following centuries. So this is an illustration that we need to follow. We see what he did and what the outcome was. He taught so many students within his lifetime, explaining to them, motivated by love and compassion, how to quell their doubts, and prevented the correct view, overcoming the many wrong views which were present at the time. And then he composed 18 volumes of unmistaken texts, of which our brief excerpt is just one. And here he did this all motivated by genuine love and compassion to be of greatest benefit. And Geshe Rinpoche wasn't unique. This was the example that all great masters, they've shown, and they all emulated the lineage that before them, right back to Buddha Shakyamuni himself. So this is the journey that we need to embark on. The starting point is to hear a lot of teachings. It's only through gathering this knowledge and reflecting on it that we can come to start to reduce the suffering and progress towards a state of lasting happiness. And then when we've gained sufficient knowledge and realization of that, we'll be ready to meditate. And meditate with the union of calm abiding and special insight. And this is the unmistaken path to liberation. And combining this with the minds of love and compassion, then all the inequalities of knowledge and realization, of scripture and realization that we ourselves have gained, we will then be able to use this to benefit others, to impart our knowledge, to teach in a way that is unmistaken, doing so with love and without any signs of boredom or frustration, and never being overcome by difficulties. And in this way, we will be able to guide sentient beings to their own individual liberation. Within his lifetime, Geshe Rinpoche achieved remarkable renown due to his great endeavors at hearing, reflecting, and meditating, and doing so and achieving the vast array of qualities of the Buddha Dharma. And in his very lifetime, he brought inconceivable benefit to beings. And this benefit that he has brought has continued from then right through the intervening centuries to this very day. His great effort and endeavor then is still bearing fruit in the world today. There are still beings who are, due to the endeavor of Geshe Rinpoche, are attaining incredible benefit through being able to receive teachings on the texts that he composed, which were composed in a complete and unmistaken way based on his scriptural knowledge and realizations of that knowledge. So seeing this faultless illustration, we should aspire to be of similar benefit, to come to gain extensive knowledge and integrate that within our very being. And on the basis of such realization, bring incomparable benefit in this world through propounding the Dharma, through leading others from faulty paths that lead only to suffering, and lead them to the cultivation of the minds, the inner paths that lead only to lasting happiness. And moreover, to be able to also compose unmistaken texts that for centuries to come will bring incomparable benefit to beings.
나디네 먼저 아니 지게 야 개와 지게 아 지게 하다 미고 와 토끼와 렌지 최년은 지리가라 냠는 집이 튕긴데다 아니 시안이야 판도 집이게 아니 아 지게 판도 집이 야라 탑 그소로 튕긴데게 야고 용어 쇼서 디 몰람게 디고래도
Prayer, now a further aspirational prayer comes. Once again, may a further aspirational prayer comes so as to ensure that one continues to achieve the most favorable of rebirths, and with such rebirth, have all required conditions, and then moreover to utilize these in the way to bring greatest meaning to others.
다네 강도 기네 투바이 송규 뒤주 통화 디체 식수 저다 왕추 셰라다 체린님에 대단 덴버쇼스.
And this then is the 26th verse. In whatever life I may drink the nectar of Buddha's teachings, I pray to be born into a good family and be of attractive build, wealthy, powerful, and wise, blessed with long life and sound wealth.
나 다네 강도 제와 투바이 송규 뒤주 통화 디체스를 땅아 지가와 제와 이내야 그래서 다lum바 다지게 lum바 가와 제갑 가와 제와 이내야 되니게 제용되네야 아니 투바상이 좀는 디게 취기야 취래야 냠는지야게 고갑라와다 되니게 취기 냠는 상이 권 점네 제 상계를 대봐 아니 상이 취래 취 냠는지게 듬바 전주 요바체 안델이야 안치 최 시에 기위 신이나 신이 요바 안랑게 될이야 기위 신이나 대바제지로 제제 라면전에 최슈이些안 두바상 요즘nen디 송셰비 송럽이야 퇴섬 곰숨 아니 냠는지야 고갑 중화쇼세월다디 송규 뒤주 통화 디세스데 송규 뒤주 세디 송세디 두바상 요즘nen디 송규 송럽 송셰 뒤질랍디 디나도 송셰기 된다 아니 저기 내정 장섬 양대배 다와 파신 주기 냠는 디시고 대소 아니 디네 계제 투바상이 좀네 송럽이야 퇴섬 곰숨 제제 상이 좀네 되게 송시비 송럽이 된다 닝보 잠니제 파신 주기 냠는 디게 아니 냠는 제 야고 용어 쇼어서 숨으로
In whatever life I may drink the nectar of Buddha's teachings, I pray to be just that far. So looking at the first line here, Rinpoche is expressing this aspirational prayer that wherever he is born, may he have the opportunity to practice the teachings of Buddha Shakyamuni. May he immediately have faith in the teachings of the Buddha Shakyamuni, and immediately, even from the youngest of ages, engage in the trainings of the Buddha Dharma with great joy and with perseverance. May he meet a fully qualified Mahayana spiritual friend. May he recognize this being of great qualities as such. And through relying on this being from a young age, may he receive extensive teachings on the vast and profound Buddha Dharma. And under the guidance of this most qualified teacher, may he receive teachings and be guided in the reflection and then the meditation of these teachings. And moreover, and through this process, may he come to experience the nectar of Buddha's teachings. So the nectar then refers to the very essence of the Buddha Dharma, which is the minds of love and compassion, which lead to the cultivation of bodhicitta itself, and then the practices of a bodhisattva. So the nectar of the Buddha Dharma refers to the minds of bodhicitta and the practices of a bodhisattva. And within the practices of a bodhisattva, these 6 perfections is the perfection of wisdom. So therefore, in an even briefer form, the nectar refers to bodhicitta and emptiness. So here the aspiration that is being expressed, may spiritual development for the benefit of all continue uninterruptedly and with great speed.
지다 릭숙 세데 릭세데 아니 Delia, and the Jingazu Jiti Gaby Rikta, and the Lumba Delia, and the Rikta Chimura Chictus, Gay Chimura Chicken Yorwa, the Rik, the name Gaby Rikia, the Nigri Kosada. The name of the Gewale, the Rikta, Yana, Chig Delia, Lumbalia, Chingaji, Rik Denigi, Gaby Rikta. Nyama ne yagana la gebi ritan tamze riksa riktike chikhiu zigorwa da rikmembalya an tongjo ze dan jigrik ya dige dine yongwa cheza dine enza rikya bol kewa sho se da dine ya ji lumbate kyap tesulya rikta dine ki kyawa meba ne ya ji lumbate ya misangbu nomgi ne an ji 장무 책임이 장무 제야다 안에지 룸부티 나올이야 지 됐어 왕체 유디겐 이러다 변조라 유디겐 왕체 유디겐 미 장부 데니게 판미 보려야지 개와 있나 개와 쇼세다 아 데니게 몰람자 에너지 다 수글라비드 수부티게 배 수부 네 지게 수부티게 야부 안에 왕보 차상 상와 안에 수부 야부 용어 쇼세다 닝지고 용어 쇼세다 몰람자래 데네 조르 세드 안델이야 아주 튕게 변조되게 야구 용어 쇼스 몰람자래 데네 왕축 세드 데네 나중에 베네 제 뉴버침 보세요 왕축 세드 베네 아주 나게 왕쇼라네 마 아주 기시 마 가르 밀리 셰바이네 미샤사 이시체야다 안델이야 기지 녀야 되네 내가 뉴버와 나가 뉴버 데는 아주 왕쇼스 류마 이스미 데네기 뉴버침 용어 쇼사디 셰럽라여도 데네기 다치 롭장 제발라 남주기 리바 야고 디다 디카르레 ям상 제바제제 하고도 리바 야고 용어 쇼사지 데네기 몰람자래 데네기 냠는 집에 가블야 안에 체릉부 류를 나서 매바전 즉 체릉부 네트워크 체통도면은 아직 그렇으네 냠는 제알이야 최고급지 냠는 제나 즉 체통도전의 시도에나 냠는 저 고급시하다 요마라 체릉부로 하죠 안에 류를 나서 매바 내매바 안에 대오용어 쇼서 진짜 내바에는 자 내비긴 예소서 최지 냠는 제알아 고급 라요마로서 나네 강화되는 맹간아주지 최지야 고급 라요마 진짜 체릉부용어다 내매바다 안에 소소 셈바 양 셈바 마기바 셈바 추도바 이면에 안에 지게 강화 요배네 최지야 고급 라요마라 바셰로와 디자 안에 셈되게 르르 대부 용어 쇼세데 나데니게 단달라 리키하고 안에 지게 계요도 가다 되니게 예 수부디게 탕부 야고 안닝제고 안에 변조도 예 야고 달류가 있으면 계셔야就是뉴바데바 뉴바여디겐 안에 리과 상부 리과 야고 체링부 안에 내나지기는 배수부 대부 탕부 안에 지게 셈르르 기부 되는 용어 쇼세 말함게래 제 최지리가 최선 공수 냠는 지리가 아니 굉장히 되는 용어 쇼세 말함게래
Then looking at the rest of the verse, here then Geshe Rinpoche is expressing in this aspiration to attain these particular favorable conditions for Dharma practice in these future rebirths. I pray to be born into a good family and be of attractive build, wealthy, powerful and wise, blessed with long life and sound health. So he's making these, expressing these aspirations because through achieving such favorable circumstances, he will then have these will help to have complete conditions to continue his spiritual progression for the sake of others. So looking at the term then, being born into a good family. So this would be a family of that has status or a good position in society, because especially in the past, but perhaps today as well, such people are immediately received in a favorable way by society in general, and thereby, motivated by pure motivation, it will be much easier for him to be of benefit to beings. So if you think where it's clearest in the past, where those of royal lineage, although it's perhaps still the case today, where those of royal lineage, people are immediately receptive to and have interest in meeting and hearing what they say. So if he expresses aspirations to be born into such a family in order to be able to be of ever greater benefit to others. And then the second quality and to be of attractive build. So this, in addition to being physically attractive for similar reasons, also included is to have one's sense powers complete, so that one is able to read, one is able to hear. And moreover, and then wealthy, the aspiration to have an abundance of material resources is so that these can be used to bring benefit to those who do not, and can be used to help ensure that the Dharma has a material basis. And then powerful refers to his deeds to be of power. For example, the power of speech. And we see that here that some people, their speech has power. When they speak, people listen. People, they are much more easily able to have an influence on others. So here Rinpoche is expressing this aspiration that may he have this favorable circumstance so that he can, with his pure motivation, have a positive influence on beings. And then wise refers to the wisdom, so as to be able to help beings in a skillful way and come to an ever more profound understanding of the Buddha Dharma. And being blessed with a long life, then, if he happens to have all the favorable circumstances, but his life is short, then that opportunity will be lost before it can be fully realized, and without him being of much benefit to others. And moreover, may his health be sound, because if one is ill, this prevents prevents obstacle in terms of being able to attend teachings and being able to reflect on those teachings. So may his health be good. And then a further term that we don't have here in the English is may he be of happy mind. And then this is being expressed because if one's mind is dispirited or depressed, this too serves as an obstacle to cultivating, to receiving teachings and to reflecting on the teachings and giving rise to the minds of the Buddha Dharma. So here he's expressing his aspiration to achieve all of these favorable circumstances in order to be of benefit. It is possible when one sees this and not knowing the meaning, that you think, what kind of prayer are you expressing to be in a good family and to be attractive and wealthy, powerful? This seems all rather worldly. And so it may seem really odd for a spiritual practitioner to have such aspirations and to express these with sincerity. 소수기 리기하고 최년 소수기 퇴섬고 야고 냠는 제비 된데라 리기하고 지여바이나 근데 리기하고다 되니기 아니 미창 침묵이 아니 미께다 얘기한디 땀년다 얘기되기 부시게 바이나 니기 니비 떡게 아니 야 말이야 시한래 판도 체야래 누구 숙체 용고 그래서 최마 시야야 아니 년간마 아니 판도 개체 용도 제가 돼서 아니 데니기 계기 신는 주비기 야라 탑시 판도하고 그래. 어디나신다 수부 야고여 봐. 지 수부 닝지보다 제부 지 탕부 빼 야고여 봐 있나? 신는 주발에 판도하고 그래. 디기 지당 소수 지부 냠내 제발에 데네 거야 말데 이내야 신내 판도 주발라 닝아 지 망하고 판도하고 주투고 그래. 제가 배능아 저기 최시에 밑에 수부 야고 지고 지켜봐나 최년아 미망하리게 부이나 부디네 최시에 지나래 망하리게 양아정도
무미게 토네 아니 지 최신의 진배네 직수보 통보 인제고 제보 휴지 지겨베나 그 최신의 될이야 그 최신 년간 망하는 거다. 지사 니네 인자 아니 곧 망할리래 당보다 레요도 그 그놈의 년가 용한테 갈리고 섬는데 어닝지고 저한테 대단 다야다 니네게 제외 토네 이거로 들어와도 최신 제보 인지고 수고하고 휴지어다 사진 나는 디기 델리아직 가랑가네 디타디게 삼비 토네 최닝아 리고와 이나 디기마 데니지레도 갑라 코파 잠바던 제위 최파 셰 제셰 접셰도 디는 삼로 나래야 오 다디레 삼비기 디니게 삼로야 최기 냠네 제알야 도나한지 레고와 디니 인자 디니게 수부 약고 용거야 디게 최제네 샹레 판도 주발라 판도게 양라 탑시 채고 판도 집에 양라 채고래 디니 인자 안에 리기하고 교수 수부하고 용어쇼세데 몰란자고데 현든 주별라 데니게 야고 용어쇼선 뭐는 게고래.
An aspiration like this, if it's expressed just for one's, if it's not expressed with sincerity towards wanting to benefit others, but one's motivation is one of self-interest, then it certainly would be an aspiration that is deceived by the pleasures of this world. Whereas here Jai Rinpoche is expressing an aspiration and wanting us to cultivate the appropriate motivation to also express an aspiration that is focused solely on achieving the benefit of others. Because having these qualities, having such qualities such as these, will aid an individual practitioner, but certainly will aid them in terms of the influence they can have on the world, have on others around them. We can understand this in terms of what we do observe in the world. People who have fame for nothing other than being born into a famous family, they may not have done anything particularly remarkable in this world, or those who have done something that is remarkable but of a particularly mundane nature, but yet they are well known. They say any old thing, and this is reported, and people have interest. They seek out such people's opinions. So these are people of good family. This is what is meant. There may not be people of good family, but that is what is meant by this term here. So being born into such a family, if one has the altruistic motivation, this will be of great benefit to being of positive influence on the lives of others. And likewise with being of attractive build. So in terms of one's own benefit, then we heard about being able to, it includes being able to read and hear teachings and so forth. But a person who is perceived as attractive to others relate to them in a different way. Whether they are a man or whether they are a woman, if people perceive them as physically attractive, they do relate to them in a more positive way. And then for a practitioner who has given rise to a genuine altruistic attitude, when they are teaching the Dharma, if they are in the form of a woman that people find beautiful, or a man that people find handsome, then certainly for those who are new to the Buddha Dharma in terms of their inner cultivation, then this will have an impact in terms of drawing them to the teaching, wanting to hear what the person that is saying. They will be enjoying gazing on the person and wanting to hear what they say. Then the teacher, enthused with this genuine altruistic attitude, will be able to have a great impact on this person because this person is receptive to what they say. So in these ways, such very ordinary, what may sound as very ordinary aspirations, because they are conjoined with a genuine, a sincere altruistic attitude, will be used to be of great benefit to others.
다들 저 유변주야 보용을 쉬었어요. 저 소소지구 냠는 죄 냠는 제발을 변주 지금 공작된데 거셔라요. 다 현준 주야리야. 진짜 Benjur ji mebaina shanlia dunga se tuye kayo bene ganga yugensta bene juro ji pemba tuya dang ane jan chue bala tungyen jaya dang dene chelia ane sosolo benjur yabo yobana shenun dubi ki chue sosu nyamlen je shanlia an pemba tuya da shinji dunga se dang shenji digi tuya ane yang ji benjur yena yan je chue sunga lama jeda chimbo da dene ki lama yabo digi dene shu se shanlia chue 냠내 제주야 되네게 판도배 야침을 두고로 와서 되네 인자 되네게 챤래 판도 두발라 조고고래 변주고고래 진짜 되네 인자 챤래 판도 두야 도나라 니 조아디 야침을 용 쇼와세데 얼마나 잘
And this is the same for wealth. The aspiration in this instance isn't being expressed for one's own benefit, although there will be benefit for oneself in that one's material resources will not cause any concern. One will have an abundance, and this abundance would be used by such an altruistic person in a greatly beneficial way. It will bring benefit to others as individuals, those who are without. Bring benefit to other teachers who are not experiencing an abundance of resources, and moreover will bring great benefit to the Buddha Dharma, to the establishments of the Buddha Dharma itself. So it's for such motivation that this prayer is being expressed.
Dineza lunga dike onchu temba shosada dine sherab sosugi sherab yagumashinda sosugi nyamne jeba yagushinmare dine sosugi shinwene sherab yagumene am shale cheshela 탑시에 걸 갈래시는 간에시네 야가도 간에 판도 체 용도 선배게 데니게 차산 남예디게 하고야게 랑기 판도지 두고라 되는 인자 셰랍세야디 라니게 냠는 제야레 셰랍 야고고래 셰알레 셰발레 셰랍 야고고자 셰랍디게 야고롱어 쇼세야다 아니 세통동을 지고 시도에는 냠는 제고 고고라고 말 셰알레 판도지 야고고 용 제가 소소 냠는 제 책가제 릉부대 투바이네 소소에 냠는 제야 마 셰알레네 판도 개체제 주스적인 인자 체릉보라고 체릉보 용어 쇼세야다 단 내에 봤을 때 소수의 내버로지 내 나서를 지내 강화 태도베이나 소수의 냠내지가 고브라고 말 현실에 판도지 비 취지 현의 판도지가 고브라고 말어 되네자 내에 봐 쇼세야나 다양하지 소수 셈마기 봐 셈추도 봐 되네 되고면 될 진바이나 다 지게 되네네 야 소수의 냠내지야 야고 용투 말에 진현래야 판도지 두 말어 되네인자 되네게 셈마투 봐 셈디기 시들 흥자 and Bendigo Yapo show said Monam Diago yesterday. All those that do not.
And then with regard to the rest of the verse, so the aspiration with regard to being powerful refers to one's body, speech, and mind, because through having such power, beings will relate to one in a positive way, as well as one will be able to interact in return to them in a way that has great benefit. They'll be much more receptive to one, and one's speech in particular will carry great benefit. And then in terms of wisdom, so this is required so that oneself can come to ever more profound understanding of the Buddha Dharma. And in particular, it is required so that one is able to interact with others in a way that is particularly skillful. One can teach them in accordance with their own predispositions. One can guide them skillfully to overcome their own doubts and misunderstandings. And in this way, one can bring great benefit to others through wisdom. And similarly, if one's life is not long, but if one has a short life, then all these favorable circumstances that one has achieved with great effort will not lead to much benefit for oneself, and much less benefit than otherwise would have been the case for others. And similarly with illness, if one's life is beset with illness, then that serves as an obstacle to receiving teachings and to reflect on those teachings, as does the obstacle of mental unhappiness. If one mind is dispirited and one loses one's mental strength, if one becomes depressed, this too serves as an obstacle to one's spiritual progression and one's ability to be of benefit to others.
Donda la chirum che karasungora sene odu sene molam jawres 진짜 모람 자와 마시 소소다다 마랑즈야 안체 네 마시 네 대비 갑라 소소다다 왕보 상와다 안에 지게 소소 저와 최지발의 튕긴 강을 여봐 진짜 데니기 다데 마시 유대비 갑ля 소소기 퇴섬 공선 냠len체 아니 대야 안에 지게 소소이 냠len체 바디 셴리아 자마다 저와 선생님제 탐제래 안에 지게 동아자야다 디기주에 don다라 안에 소소기 Bendigo Tony, not a Lu Tony, not a Gangi Tony, Pemba Duyadi, Pemba Duburis, Jazan Sosugi, Luna used me condition at Pemba Du. Then any Sosugi, Yamlin Cheshaba, Tesum Gonson, Yamlin, Partial Shesh, Consul, Yamlin Cheju, the Nigi Chesh, and Pemba Duburis, and Tedele in the Pemba Du, Montbeni, the Geneva Shed, Najin, do shed Molam Jap in the two show said. The
advice to Rinpoche is giving us here is to make this same prayer that he has expressed, so that in all future lives we may have favorable conditions, at least as marvelous as we have now, if not even greater, and to express this aspiration motivated by the clear understanding of the need to continue to hear teachings, to reflect on those teachings, and meditate on those teachings in order to progress towards the attainment of our spiritual goals. And in particular in this context, motivated by a mind of love and compassion, may we attain all these favorable circumstances as expressed here, so that we can bring benefit in this world through all our expressions, through our physical activities, our verbal activities, our mental activities. In particular, to be able to be a truly qualified spiritual guide ourselves and lead beings in the cultivation of the minds of the Buddha Dharma through hearing our teachings, guiding them in how to reflect on those teachings, and eventually how to meditate on those teachings. So this is the aspiration with which we should be making this prayer.
Yeah, that didn't so you shank you new answer, and then you were Javaina, Delia, and the Pakoromala, and Delia, Jibe, Ninjas, and Jabat and Zewa, and the Jamje Harbor, so Amana, Amegi Pool, Zewa Nashi, and the Jamje, and Jamje come to our show, said it, and the Molam Jay, Digor Shuerisha.
Now we come to the next prayer, which here is, no matter what adverse circumstances we encounter, especially harm from others, may we never respond in kind. Rather, may minds of love and compassion, like a mother for her dear child, may those spontaneously arise within us. May I develop, verse 27, may I develop the unique love of a mother for those who malign me and continuously harbor ill designs upon my life, my body, or my possessions.
Nyeda dange sabada dinige samno taje nyeda taya dine so zi de ganzo ya so le nyenga suya da dinige je ya da suyin sembe samlo dine yorwa da ganzo ya pasho mi da jigi shendagi maga ene o de midilia ji nyeda dange sembe da midinge suya shegen sembe samlo dine yungruwa ane de ane ganzo longju dige ja ganzo le gyupinjo ne jala dige choya da ane jige kuma guya da manju jala dige meba suya yong da ya Denige samba samlo cordigan meeting rangla, denigi nobody, samlo cordigan yobache, yoba inna, dea nimicida, duci my you gedina, denige sosalia, no getting a miss, samlo dance, dene sosalia, never you gedi inna, angazulia, chick lulia, yeno diada, dene never kia, so was and be somewhat article, man to launch it, that just chas on troll or something, never so can simply. Denige samlo dana in michi yoba inna. Nanzola dine yoba ina delia and nanzugi 파코르마라지 학벌도 들려베 인지에서베 잠니죠 공고래서
What's being expressed in this verse is that whenever beings they pose a danger to our life, when they threaten us, when there is a real possibility of when we are in a dangerous situation, or when others are physically attacking us or beating us, or when they are wanting to steal our possessions or do steal our possessions. In whatever situation, harmful situations such as these or others that we find ourselves in, whenever this may be, may we respond only with love and with compassion.
Denige sosole nyedung tang sole so chuje long chue ma cho wei ne ya jin ji gyun jue yang yang jin mi de yak po yo ma le mi de du jia yo ba gyun jue chi wu jin me denige gyun jue yang yang che de wei na je hen ji je wei ne de sul ya ne ji ge da la min ju be de da la ha ba ma jin jem yu ji ge se denige da so so lang rang li ya ne ba ji hen so so lu le ne ba ji so le ne ba ji ya na lo so so long jue dan de so le ne ba ji denige gi na kon to li gang a su gi se be sam na da ju ge na gi na so so ya gyun jue che ji ge ji min de yi ji min de ya hu min de su gyun jue ge je je wei ne an de le yang an ju ge kong lang jo ma res so bo kom ko res ka sa so be nyam le she ro chi sa so bo kom ko so bo kom je kong ma lang ba ma se de le ya la ba de yin je se be jam ni ji ge go le je le da la ba de jam ni ji ge go yim chen ga zhe je lam na an ju ge ga se ne sim jian tam je ga ne xin ne sim jian de wa dan cha wa de ba dunga da cha wa de ba de wa de na sim be ga zo tia ba chi mi chu nyam le chi go za da sim jian de ni ji ga le da ning ji da kong ne ma ya de ni xie de kong le ya kong zhuo dang an xie dang niu mo be wang de song ne ga le ya an ni ga lu le ne ya dang ni so le ne ya dang long jue le ne ba ji ya an ga le ya ge di ne an de ni ge gyun jue jie de ne sam le le de kong ge niu mo be xiang wang song de san ning jia san be da de ni ge niao xiang niu mo be xiang wang song wen na song jie ko le de ni ge niu mo jie jie jia wa jie de kong le di po sai go de 디버 사데 개와 치말이야 동안에 레사이고라 닝지 삼 데니게 닝지 삼제된 하바도 델리아 닝지 겨버레스 베나 아주 아마디게 소소 베 부부의 자치 뭐 슈 부부지가 지기 여바치 델리아 바 아마디 제와 슈추는 부부들의 뜻 디와 추나를 봐 쇼선 강강 채변 아마들 하바도 부부들의 제와 슈리기로 와다 아제 네 부부 가시 왔으면 닝지리고 혼디나시 델리아 베 타고도 잠바다 니지 공부를 해야 돼. 되니 니지 공부를 쇼서야 돼. 몰람 자고를 해야 돼.
And for us, the second line, this then continues the aspiration being expressed in this prayer from those who harm us and threaten us physically or our possessions to those who malign us. So those who now verbally abuse us, those who insult us and blame us and wrongly accuse us or point out our faults. So whenever beings bring harm to us, whether it's physical or whether it's verbal, whether it's to us directly, our loved ones or our possessions, whenever beings bring harm to us, as we heard yesterday, may the mind of patience that we have been cultivating in meditation, may only this mind of patience arise, and thereby with this wide and spacious mind, may love and compassion fill us. And with love and compassion and wisdom, may we respond in a way that is only beneficial. And the reason why this is so important is, or the reasoning behind love and compassion arising within the mind of a skilled practitioner rather, the reasoning for this is because they have given rise to the genuine aspiration of the Mahayana. They have given rise to the genuine aspiration, may each and every being without exception be freed from suffering. And now right before them is a being who clearly is suffering. This is a being who is suffering right in this very moment. And this can be known with certainty because of the way they are acting towards one. Their mind is dominated by afflictions of perhaps anger or perhaps attachment. They are having minds that are afflicted they are suffering. Not only is this precious being before me now suffering in this moment, but they are, through the presence of this self-same afflicted mind that is causing suffering, they are accumulating the causes that will ripen in results of suffering in their future lives. So this being before me is suffering now and creating the causes to suffer from life to life again. So with such a mind arising within oneself, then one will relate to this being before one in the same way as a mother would relate to their precious dear child, seeing them having fallen into a river and drowning, and in the same way that such a mother would give rise to overwhelming strong emotions of love and compassion for her precious child. So too would the skillful practitioner respond to a sentient being in such a case.
Dene inza dang zugi thapa chimbi gi chue nyamlen jera la janju simbi nyamlen jeba ina ta semja tham jel digi duwe da semja tham je dunga da de gi dana simbi gi samlo ta je nyamlen je wo ba sisan dene inza ngam zugi thapa chimbi chue da nga thapa chimbi nyamlen ji gi janju simbi nyamlen ji gi sa che dang ngam zugi michi ge so so la ne wa shu je de gang gang ji wo je du bo shu dang ge na dang ngam mi de ya middel de ya umendu siti middel de nga ro china ro chi me pembe du me sembe samla ta wa ina ane janju simbe nyamne de ta ta li go ma ka sa na janju simbe nyamne se ta nga semjan tham je semjan ga ni ji ine ya del ya du nga se ya ta di gi du ya le ngi pembe du gi de su gi don da chi yin sembe ge shue nyamne chi gi di don da la ma sa yu go ba to ba ji ge sam go ra je sa semjan jik je ra ba jik mi jik 소소게 마가다 소소래 강아테 되게잖아. 보다디 델팅이 로봇이 투사 말에 니 델트 로봇이 다 델트 로봇 싸우기는 지금에 코 누가 가래죠. 강아간에 채네 로봇 싸우기는 지금에서 삼로 된실이 봐이나 먼저 자주심 냠리 태바치면 냠리 두고 말해. 지상 엔디나싱 아주 미멤베네 심진 두르지네 베네치지 지지로시 베나가 저기 직례제 두로디와 제수아적 기디나 강아테베네 디디 샘진 디디 지지데 독자도 디디 신나시 데네 가 직제나 직제고 선비기 될야 데디기데 데나 누가 말씀하죠 디디 마셔샤고 선배나 데네 내가서 그래 아주 전주스미 냠는 다발리 두고 말해 진짜 데네 자디 가서래 냥아 첨보야래 아 태화침에 재미야지나 소소게 소소 약간만 제사다 소소미에서 미치기다 심제도를 지기는 디수도 약보면 델댕아 로고 지기면 제만 지기면서 몇 삼담에나 니 내가 저기 전주심 냠는 제야라 뉴거래 디 전주심 냠는 차고마 디네 인자 간데시나 데네게 가지고 강아 뜻이버니나 델야 삼담당 가르 땅고르네 오다 디네 강아도 내가 콜려로 지기면서 땡지 제만에 아직 그 유아단 제만은 로고 지기서 내가다 콜려로 같이 지투사 말했으면 잠샤고 용으로 디네 삼단에 리거다 내가 저기 내가 뭐 콜려로 지기면다 고 강아 가르나 저 강아 체나 체주된 냠뇨 사전 제리아 니 디야제 로고 지기나 선배선 당면나 디섬마데 자오균이 semje 지기네 싸워진의 될 로고 지기메 디둥아세다 디기주야랑에 지기메 고 신나시 가르치나시 삼다야 메레 지산 내가 브링리아 자 지기메 선배 삼로 케빈 마도 자오균이 지기메 선배 삼다교 말레라 디다베네 니 전주스미 냠는 다발리고 말레스 지산 디인자다 디데마 소소를 뇌베기한다 디네가 델리아 코로마라 잠니제 삼데 잠제 공부를 해서지 디숭어야 디로와
When the motivation that arises when one contemplates the Mahayana Dharma is a wish to free all beings from suffering. And this comes from the understanding that on this innate level, on this deep level, there's no difference between us. We all want to be freed of suffering and pain. And then one gives rise to this wish, may all beings be free of suffering. And then eventually we give rise to this wish that we take responsibility for each and every sentient being attaining the state that is separated from suffering. So that is the aspiration of a bodhisattva. And this is an aspiration that bodhisattvas have achieved, and those who are aspiring for the paths of the bodhisattva aspire to cultivate within themselves in an authentic manner. So when others harm us, when others look down on us or speak to us in a way that we find inappropriate or act towards us in a harmful manner, If we then respond in this very ordinary way to such people, thinking, I don't want anything to do with you, or even worse, I will responding in a way that brings harm to such a person, this is clearly contrary to the aspirations of a bodhisattva. The bodhisattva generates the wish to help all sentient beings, no matter what adverse circumstances they encounter, to transform every circumstance and continue to be of benefit. So when we meet a small instance of someone relating to us in an unwanted way, in the great scheme of things, this is something very insignificant. And if we were to abandon such a person and think, I want nothing more to do with this person is really just too much, I want nothing more to them, we have lost the genuine aspiration of a bodhisattva. Because a bodhisattva's aspiration is for each and every sentient being equally. The recognition is that each and every sentient being desires lasting happiness and is suitable, is worthy of being guided to such a place. No being is worthy of being abandoned. So this is a grave mistake that can be made, and it can be made with regard to anyone with whom minds such as anger or frustration arise towards, and certainly animals as well. If we think of a mouse in our room, maybe eating our favorite clothes, then we get a bit fed up with this mouse. It's destroyed the clothes that we enjoy or we use a lot. And then we may even act in a way that's harmful for this, but certainly have a harmful mind towards this mouse. And even this too is contrary to this wish of wanting to bring lasting, greatest benefit to all beings. So this is a danger that we need to be aware of and ensure we don't make. But having said that, we do need to always utilize the mind of wisdom, because whether one is a bodhisattva or aspiring to the paths of a bodhisattva, we are as developed as we are. We are not yet included amongst the great and the holy beings. And we need to practice in accordance with the ability that we have cultivated. And where we do not have a good relationship with someone, where we from our side cannot stand to be around someone, or we know they can't stand to be around us, where we do have these difficult relations with others, we need to recognize this, recognize our inability now to be able to transform this situation within ourselves, recognize that we do not yet have a good connection with this being, that we can cultivate our relationship in a beneficial way. So therefore, for now, it may be more skillful to stand back, to have some separation from this person. And that is fine. This is fine. This is using our wisdom, being aware of our abilities. Then we use our opportunities that we have, that come with this rebirth, and all the opportunities that we have to continue to develop our spiritual minds, our inner strength. And whilst doing so, we generate the aspiration to be of greatest benefit to all beings. And we keep such a person, this person that for now we're keeping distance from, keep them in mind. And we try and generate the skill within us so that we can in the future be able to interact with them in a way that's positive and beneficial and transform any difficulties that come our way and make a positive, virtuous connection with such a person. So in this way, what we are doing is temporarily standing back, and that is clear and sincere within us. We are not guided by anger and aversion towards this person. Rather, there's the wisdom of recognizing where we are, as well as making efforts to cultivate ever stronger virtuous minds within us.
하다미 고마 대상부 토구도 디토베 쳐도다 진바도 주름 나서가 베지치기세 냠는지야 얘네 안에 지금 코와래 조고도 코와들에 탈구도 선비고 코와래 닝봄에 봤다지 코와라 탈구도 선비 삼았다 대안의 랑지부 많이 마신 심지어 탐제 대화 되바 동아미 되바 진짜 심지어 탐제 동아의 자제 인템버쇼 동아 자네 타바 토구도 진짜 네 인장에 심지어 탐지게 된다라 산요고바 토바 지기 인생배 자주 셈삼 다야다 근데 자주 셈삼 다네 다 소소라는 냠네 제데 진소 파신 두게 냠네 강투도 삼 다야데 되니게 제비갑레네 소소라는 게 다 소수인의 냠네 야보지 투버쇼 셴레네 펜바 게시무 투버쇼 세디 몰란제다 디니코르제 더디로 시슈바나 디네레지 쇼베시바다 아니 아주 가상 괜히 셰바나시 나섬다로 지바로 차고래.
Today we've continued to build on what we've been looking at, and so there's no need to condense this now into a meditation. We started today's talks with a detailed, the detailed meditation, but just to remind you of the 5 steps that I've been presenting throughout this retreat, so that you can incorporate in your meditations here and when you leave next week, or leave tomorrow. So the first of the 5 steps is to generate to generate strength of mind through generating joy and enthusiasm through going for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha and our Lamas, through recognizing that it's through relying on their trainings and cultivating those within our own minds that we will be able to be protected from suffering, that we will be able to attain protection from suffering. And moreover, we have, through our own endeavors, attained all the favorable circumstances required to be able to cultivate the minds of the Buddha Dharma. And on this basis of this precious human rebirth, I will use what remains of this life well. I'll use all the opportunities that come our way well, such as this meditation now, as well as all that lies before me today. Then the second of the 5 steps is to engage in the meditations on definite emergence, the meditations leading to the rise of the mind of definite emergence, reflecting on suffering and the causes of suffering, that this can come to cessation through cultivating the path, thereby giving rise to the mind to definitely arise from suffering. Then the third step follows from that taking this one's own experience and experience of the suffering that we oneself are that overwhelms oneself, and realizing all beings are in the same position, and that we now have recognized the path to liberation. We then generate this wish, may I lead all beings to a state freed of suffering. And here in the third step, we generate the mind of bodhicitta. Having generated bodhicitta, we then engage in the contemplation of the practices of a bodhisattva. And this then is the 4th step in the meditation, reflecting on the 6 perfections. We reflect on them in the way that has been explained today and previously, and with the commitment that I will engage under the influence of these minds throughout my day and my activities, recalling them as much as often as I can, so as to be ensured that I engage in my various interactions with others, guided by ethics, guided by a wish to bring benefit. And then we conclude with the 5th step, that of making aspirational prayers and dedication. So then, holding in mind the understanding of the emptiness of the 3 spheres, we make aspirations that we continue to live this life through creating the causes to ensure our future lives go well, and go well in the sense that we have all the favorable conditions to continue to be of greatest benefit to others throughout this and all future lives, and attainment of the eventual goal of enlightenment. So thank you, and then we'll finish here. Thank you very much.